Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful sunny day in Ohio?
It's a little chilly this morning.
TQ.
For my blood.
TQ, back her down.
For my blood.
She's like, oh, it's kind of chilly this morning. Do I need a hoodie? I'm like, it's 70 degrees. 70, TQ.
Not
like,
yet.
We've been
67.
We've been burning up 100 degrees for 2 months. TQ wants to freak all out once it drops 20 degrees.
Listen, I like the hot weather.
I understand you like the hot weather. I like hot weather as well. But I like cooler weather, like fall weather, that much more.
I like it too, as long as I have a hoodie. I don't have a hoodie.
You have plenty of hoodies.
There's some hoodies back here, but they're green. I don't wear green.
Anyways, guys, enough chit-chatting and yip-yapping. Let's get into the video.
Let's go.
Hey, real quick, I want to address something. So a few people commented like, hey bro, you're not a girl, why you wearing your phone in your back pocket? For one, I didn't know that was only for women to have their phone in their back pocket. For two, if you've never shattered a lens on your phone, they're expensive to get fixed, okay? So I no longer put it in my front pocket, which I could drop it in there, I could put it in my side pocket, but you see, something comes flying rock-wise, boom, hits it. Yes, we do have screen protectors, but I don't like even replacing those. So that's why I just go ahead and stick it in the back pocket, because when I'm trimming now, I'm guarding it with all of this.
Goofy.
Oh. Next time you better land. This was really weird. So when I turned around, I noticed this woman that was very well dressed walking through the field towards me. So I thought she was going to approach me, and then she turns a little bit and just starts heading off through that field. And to give you a little bit of a rundown, we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere here, and she's heading across a big 4-acre field and into the woods, which is an apple orchard slash just general woods. So definitely weird for, you know, roughly about 8 a.m. And yeah, I kind of wish we would have just asked her now if she was okay, but we're going to keep an eye out to make sure nobody's kind of missing in the area. We kind of know what she looks like just from a distance, but yeah, definitely kind of caught us off guard here.
Berries. Right off the bush. Really good. Yummy.
Good job.
Oh, thank you. You too.
All right, we haven't landed one in a couple days. Let's go ahead and nail it. Money. What?
The GoPro's connected to that mower.
What do you want me to do about it? You can't hear me. Can you hear me, babe?
Huh?
What?
What?
What'd you say?
What'd you say? I said the GoPro's on this mower.
And
So I let you know. That way both of us know. That way if it was left on the mower, then it's both of our fault.
Oh, okay. Right here, I'm just mowing along, and I see the neighbor walk out and toss something right here along the fence. So I get off, and I'm like, what the heck? I noticed what it is. I'm going to show you guys in just 1 second, but I just picked it up and continued moving on. She went back in the house, and then right here, she came back out like flailing her arms at me. So I'm like, can I help you, ma'am? And yeah, we'll talk about it more here in just 1 second. Simply, guys, she was in the wrong. Let me get away from TQ real quick. So you probably saw me get off the mower a couple different times during that hyperlapse. I wish I'd have had it in regular mode. The neighbor was out in the yard and I saw her throw something. And I was like, what the heck was it? And I could see it went to our side, but I didn't see anything. And then when I came back around, I saw a big old chunk of red string. I think it's red, it looks red to me. So I get off the mower and I pick it up, and the neighbor's standing there, she's watching me. And she doesn't say nothing, so I just pick it up, stick it in my pocket, and continue on. And then I make it, I don't know, halfway up the yard or whatever, and she comes out well in her hands, you know, trying to get my attention, you know, not like aggressive or nothing, just like, hey, waving me down to come here. And I go over there and she goes, I threw that over there because your guys last time they mowed made a mess all over the lawn and I was out there picking up their string. And I respectfully, I said, ma'am, I said, you are more than welcome to walk up to my trailer right now. I said, or whenever my wife gets down here with the trimmer, I said, and look at the color line that we use. I said, we have never used a red line ever. Like, I don't even know what brand this is. I've never seen it before. It looks like maybe like a generic line. It doesn't feel like something good quality like we use. And she was like, well, it was in the yard the last time you guys mowed. And I'm like, well, it didn't come from us. I can guarantee you that. in trouble.
Me?
You.
My mind is thinking, why am I in trouble?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Why am I in trouble?
Because I got in trouble.
Why'd you get in
If I
trouble?
get in trouble, you get in trouble.
Why'd you get in trouble?
So you see the color of this string?
Yeah.
It's green, right?
Yeah.
That's not our string. She's like, oh yes it is. Last week after you guys left, blah, blah, blah. This was in my yard. I'd appreciate it if you guys would clean it up. You guys see the color of that? Have any of you ever seen a red piece of line on my trailer setup?
Nope.
Currently we're running green.
Green.
We have had a, like a, I don't know, an orange color, puke color one this year we were trying out for a little bit. Some black, but never once have I ever had red, okay? I don't even know who makes this line. It feels pretty generic, but definitely not ours. So I told her, I got off, picked it up, and I'm like, hey, that's definitely not our line. And oh yeah, we didn't even mow this property last week. We drove on by it.
Yes.
So with that being said, she said that she's had to pick this line up numerous times, blah, blah, blah. I said, ma'am, I said, you can take a look at my wife. I said, we wouldn't have known you were gonna mention this, but as soon as she comes down through here, I said, take a peek at what color her trimmer line is. I said, and I can tell you 100% it's neon green and it's very bright. And if it happens to go into the lawn, we use a bright color line for that reason, that we can pick it up real quick. And she's like, oh, I never noticed it until after you guys leave. And I'm like, well, I understand that, but maybe you're just looking for it and don't see it beforehand. But this line is definitely not ours 100%. I understand their frustrations, but I also told them, hey, we don't use a red line. So we can learn from this, okay? So how you approach somebody when they're upset, like she was a little upset at first, and then I explained to her, and yeah, she's still not probably real happy, but I didn't become the aggressor back, you know, like, hey, that's absolutely not our line, you moron, you know, blah, 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 whatever, you know, start throwing names, yada, yada, yada. It's all about how you approach and how you talk, even to customers or whenever you have an issue. You know, keep your tone, keep your demeanor, try not to get like this. This is a defensive demeanor. You can look all this stuff up on Google. You know, you don't want to sit there and like scratch your head. That makes people feel like you're not taking them serious, or that, you know, what they're saying is a joke, yada, yada, yada. So give them full attention, keep an even tone, answer questions, be truthful. And even if it was our string, simply I would just say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, we'll double check next time, make sure we're not losing any string, and you know, it won't happen again, and you know, have a nice day. So let's learn from that, and I guess let's move on. So if you guys caught last night's Instagram, I went ahead and mowed our lawn for the first time in a couple months probably, and I used the 6,000. I bagged all the grass, and I've been bringing it into the chickens whenever I do bag it, and they love just picking through this stuff and scratching through it. And I also wanted to say a lot of our lawn now is clover, okay? It's got a ton of weeds in it as well, but that was from design and what we had planned, you know, a couple years ago when we decided to get chickens. And everybody's happy. You know, the baby chicks are doing well. They really like it outside here. We'll say we got some bullies in here, a few more roosters than what we anticipated. So we're going to be either eating those or giving them away to some friends because they're big bullies. But yeah, they're absolutely loving it, and they've grown so much in just about a week now that they've been out here, and they like jumping up on top of stuff. But everybody's good, everybody's happy. Got to get that water actually changed. Got a little bit of debris in it than I like. But with that being said, we got a call actually from our customer, and her neighbor gave us a little message. So that message was that lady that actually came out was her daughter. So the grandmother lives at that house, and her daughter came out, and long story short, we weren't the company, and she wasn't supposed to say a word to us. So the other neighbor that's right next to our customer, she wanted her to say something to them. She knew it wasn't us. I've had conversations with those people in the past as well, which kind of caught me off guard because they've always been really friendly. They've never had an issue with us, never said anything. So her daughter kind of jumped the gun there a little bit, and it is what it is. I told her, I said, you know, she was polite. I could tell, though, she was trying to make a point, and it is what it is. I told her, you know, if I see some there or whatever, if the other company's leaving a mess, I don't have a problem picking it up. It's not a big deal. I said, I think we've picked up some, but I don't think it was red. But with that being said, yeah, she made a mistake. She apologized. She actually told our customer that she was going to apologize to us again next week. I told her this to kind of relay a message and tell her we're not that worried about it. But I think she saw us making the video and could tell we were a little taken back. And yeah, her daughter told her, and then she called the neighbor. Yeah, it's just a complete mess and a misunderstanding. But simply, it could be avoided just by simply, you know, the company that's mowing the other neighbor, if they would just bend down and pick up their string. You know, once every now and then a piece might get away from you and you don't get it, that's not a big deal. But if it's consistently on a weekly basis that somebody else is having to clean up after you, that's not professional, and that's just not good business. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. TQ is actually on her way out to sleigh balls right now. We need a new tool. So tomorrow's video, we're going to probably lead off with that new tool. It's just too late in the day now. It's about 5 o'clock. Miley's got practice tonight. And then, yeah, we're going to hit the ground running tomorrow. Be a beautiful Wednesday. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ up. Peace. Bye.